G'day, I'm Ben from Catch Pro Australia, and this is Lawn Care Skull Sessions with my co-host, the Bearded Lawnsman.
Boom.
How you going, brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm alright. Facing some health issues again, as per usual, and I do feel like my hair has gotten greyer in the last couple of days.
It suits you, though. You shouldn't be too sad.
I'm still in two minds about that.
I got a bit of a comment on the amount of fucking grey that's rolling through my beard and through my chest and maybe my arse, I don't know.
I had a lady the other day who, this is around at the paddock where the girls ride, and she's like, oh yeah, you know, a fellow rocked up, and I was going to say, you know, maybe he's as old as you, and she's looking at me and I was thinking like, don't fucking say anything else, alright?
Yeah, you're fishing for a fucking...
Don't say anything else, because if he was like a 50-year-old fucked up dude, I'm going to crack you.
It's so fucked, eh? I feel bad for Dion. He also has a beard. He's quite tall. Shaped nothing like me. He's got a little bit of a tummy, but he's fit as fuck.
He's thick, eh?
He's big. He's a big unit. And people mistake him for me. I'm like, that's cool by me. And he's like, yeah, fuck you. He's like 10 years my junior as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's when like I know I've said it on the podcast before, but they'll be talking about Rusty, like old clients, and they'll be like, oh yeah, do you want to just send the young fella over to do this? And I was like,
I know.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, I know, and he still...
Do you want me to fire you as a client?
Yeah, he still looks good. Oh, Rusty. Man.
He's like 3 months younger than me.
At least like I'm like actually older than you by like 1 year or something. Or 2 years?
I think 2 years.
I fucking don't even know how old I am, to be honest. Yeah. It's D-Day, mate.
Yep.
Got my date with Dr. Dick in a couple of hours. I'll got my instructions came through on email and in text. And apparently I have to wear supportive underwear of the maroon variety. Says how the fucking mighty Maroons had a big win. I don't have it. I don't have maroon underwear.
Well, I actually do.
Do you?
I've got a maroon pair of undies.
Well, I need support.
And they have
undies.
Incredible support.
Oh, well, see, I don't have time to try and squeeze into them.
But I don't wear them anymore because I'm just wearing bamboo jocks now.
Oh yeah.
They're just so soft on my balls, eh? Like, they actually do make me want to go and wank. Like, they just feel so nice. It's like just being cuddled.
Well, see, I wear tradies. I wear like the... I don't know what they are. They're like I don't know.
G-string?
Yeah, I wish. Fucking hell, it'd be so much easier. No, they're like a sports short sort of thing.
Tell you what, this is sidebar central. I could never wear a G-string at the moment. Oh, no. I haven't been feeling that well. So
you got Hemis?
No.
You got grapes?
No. But I haven't been feeling that well, and so I've been having magnesium at night.
Oh, yeah.
This powdered magnesium, you know, it helps your muscles repair and, you know, all sorts of shit. And it must mess with your guts.
Oh, no.
And, like, I go to the toilet twice a day, usually.
Yeah.
Or, you know, obviously at least once. I don't have any issues there, but I've been going 3 times a day, and I'm just like... Yeah, I would hate to have a G-banger on.
Mate, I'm not looking... I've done...
It'd just be like... It'd remind you of, you know, like... When they have those pieces of ropes... the little piece of rope, and they're trying to light a fire.
Oh, shit.
That's what I feel like it would be on my sphincter cat.
I don't know.
On my straight to the sphincty.
On the sphincter? I don't mind the old G-banger. We'll see if I can find one to fit me, and I'll wear it down there. But no, in all seriousness, I was all good, and then I spoke to the boys this morning, and last thing they said to me was, what happens if you can't get it up anymore? And I'm like, that's just cruel. Why would you say that? But, you know, when anyone's fucking putting a fucking knife near your balls, that's always one of those things you're like,
now,
what if he slips and nips the tip?
Now, I hate to be in such bad form straight off the bat.
Oh.
Talking about batting.
Oh, yeah.
So they do tell you, like, you have to wait 7 days before you can ejaculate. Now, I took that as a challenge. So I think there was 3 things that they said to me. Don't run, don't mow your lawn,
for fuck's sake,
and don't ejaculate for like 7 days. And when I got my snip, was when we were messing around with all the ego stuff.
Yeah.
And I legit mowed my lawn that day in the arvo, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel it, but it's fine. And I don't know if I feel bad saying the word ejaculation.
Say it.
I don't mind saying it, but like then when like I'm putting it into context with me actually doing it, I feel it doesn't feel comfortable. But anyway, I can't remember how long I waited, and it was probably less than half the time. But I remember when it was happening, I was like, "Oh, this feels so good. Oh, it hurts so much." And it was like being raped. It was like being raped. I mean, I'm assuming being raped probably doesn't feel that good.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, this is going off track real quick.
Now, quickly, we do... BJ's going to chime in a second, but we do actually have a credible topic.
We do.
We just need to get past the snip ejaculation.
Yeah.
So how long are you going to wait?
Oh, I'll try and turn one out tonight. I like a challenge. I want to beat you.
Now,
you'll hear me screaming from fucking 40 k's away.
Now, I remember, I was going to say, usually, I would say, if you're going to ejaculate, don't send me a text afterwards.
Okay.
But I want you to text me.
Fair enough.
I want you to text me.
I'll get a group. Everyone who wants to know when it happens, just...
No, they're going to listen to this on Sunday.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You could have done it 3 times by then. But
maybe.
Just, I want you to text me, and then we'll read the text.
I'll give you like a thumbs up or a thumbs down emoji. Now, in all seriousness, it's it is one of those things. Like there's everyone. Like, well, not everyone, but most guys I know my age have had one who have finished having kids. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's always weird. Everyone keeps telling me all these weird stories, and then for some reason on the radio the other day there were horror stories of people getting the snip. So one guy got hit in the balls by his kid, and somehow the tubes from the swelling got back together, and he had another kid. And man, I got a 3-year-old. He jumps on me out of the blue. I get kicked in the nuts like 3 or 4 times a bloody afternoon.
I'd sue my doctor if I had a kid.
Oh fuck! But I guess there'll be paperwork, and I bet you this is like 99.9% foolproof. But they'll always leave that.
You know what I was thinking? Now, this is not true, obviously, in my case and not your case, but do you reckon dudes our age, like, also go and get the snip so, like, they can cheat? You know, because, like, you got to think...
Maybe.
You got to think, like, I'm not a cheater, right?
No.
I wouldn't even know what to do with another woman.
I'd cry.
Yeah, I'd probably cry too. I'd be like, can you take me back to Vicky?
I want my mommy.
I want my other mum.
Yeah.
No, but like I was sort of thinking about it, like if you're a player, right?
Yeah.
And if you are, you're a fucking asshole, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, man, you can just hand out cream pies with like no repercussions.
You look like you fucking leave the town, look like Spider-Man when he swung through. Fucking hell.
We should ask our audience if they know what a spidey is. Do you know what a spidey is?
I don't know.
I'm not going to describe it.
No, definitely,
like
probably.
If you just think about like the spidey action.
Oh, okay.
All right, now let's get on to some real shit. Just quickly, actually, before we get into our topic.
Yeah.
The Skag 21 dropped.
Didn't
you
they?
have your unit. The sexy man from Rosebud
He does. There's 2.
and Mole Merch, he busted out a bid.
Yeah, there's another 2 in Queensland, and I'm assuming there's another 1 down south somewhere. I don't know where that is. So if anyone wants a demo up here in Queensland, get in touch with your local dealer first, and then if they don't have much luck, then they'll be able to ring Benny Brown, and he'll be able to tell you where it is and when it's coming to your local dealer.
Now, quickly, for the audience, you could go on Skag Down Under, have a flick through their page. You'll see a little video, really impressive video. Do all of the units that are in Australia currently, pal, do they have the swingback kit?
No. So
Okay.
that swingback kit was designed, developed here in Australia by Will from Rosebud.
Yeah, and is he selling that on Mole Merch?
Not yet. No, that's his baby.
So technically, I can steal that from him.
Technically, yeah, you could. No, he did a fantastic job. He's been trialing different things for the last 4 months, specifically with that mower, and he got everything on point, and it looks, it cuts, and it fucking mulches really well. Like the packing of the bag is unlike any mower that I've used before. Like the way it packs. The catcher is like when you're packing with a Catch Pro.
It's going to be like your first cream pie when you get back to Bizzo.
It's
just like, pack it in there.
So we'll explain it because he's got the swing backs on, and obviously like he's got that lawn that he did, and that's a nice looking lawn. But
it looked like some sort of buffalo.
Yeah,
right?
It was about. He said it was about 6 inches long. He caught it. And he reckons that it packed the catcher like a bale of hay, so it was really tightly packed. I think I like the mesh bags. I do like the old Honda, the hard ones.
But
they used to fucking bust up real like.
Mine just bung a couple of zip ties on.
Yeah, no, it looks so fucking gross.
I'd
rather be able to.
Nah, you got to camouflage them and you cut them all nice. No one fucking knows.
But you can replace the bags like this. Swoosh, new bag.
Yeah, I always thought of coming up with a Catch Pro, right? I'm revealing this shit. And it was exactly the same concept as the mesh catcher bags, where it's basically just a rod frame with a mesh bag, and it was basically going to be your light duty Catch Pro, and I wanted to call it the Suburban Series.
Oh, no,
for homeowners.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, it turns out to get that shit sorted, you're looking at more than half the cost anyway. It would have been good because then you would have a consumable item because people would fuck the bags.
Yeah.
Anyway, we sort of never really did it. But it would be cool, man.
Yeah.
The downside would be that it'd be very light, which is obviously positive.
Yeah.
But you still really got to have that heavy duty mouth. So it'd be very, very, like they're already top end heavy. It'd be very top end heavy.
Fair enough. Well, I'm sure you've investigated thoroughly on that one.
Oh, look here and there, but
yeah. Something that's nothing to do with our topic. I just thought I'd.
Doesn't that fit in great?
Fuck yeah. Look, reach out if this has ever happened to you. So, a lot of the complexes that I do at the moment, they're up for tender. Some of them are, some of them aren't. I don't think it's up for tender. I think like the AGMs are rolling through, and obviously it's time to get new numbers.
The committees are playing the field.
They're playing the field. Now, how often has someone been, we have a regular service because we're all body corporate, we're there same time every fortnight or every week, whatever. This fucking one committee organised the quotes to be done at the time that we're only there 4 hours. So at the time we're there, 2 contractors rolled through and walked the village.
It's a leverage play.
It's fucking oath. It's a leverage play.
It's like the bearded lawns are gonna see these dudes, and he's gonna be like, nah, not inflating this week.
Yeah, all I wanted to do after that was
give someone a stone cold stunner.
Yeah, and fucking raise my prices.
Well, let's get into the topic then, because that really does tie in with what we're going to be talking about.
Oh, shit, it does.
Today we're going to be talking about standing firm in your business in regards to quoting or just ongoing negotiations.
Yeah.
The reason why we decided to talk about this is because obviously with, all the social media chats going on, you see a lot of people and they're like, yeah, hey, I, went to go do a quote and I've charged them $80 and they said, oh, how about you do it for $65? They're like, nah, get fucked.
Yeah.
And look, I think it's great to stick to your guns.
Yeah.
But today we're going to break down some of the positives and negatives to it.
Because there are 2 sides to it. Definitely 2 sides.
Absolutely. We're gonna break down the positives and negatives to this whole theory. And then we're also going to share some of our own experiences and, basically just converse on this whole topic.
Yeah. So you would probably run into some of the same issues with Catch Pro as well, wouldn't you?
Look,
maybe towards the start.
Not really with any of our actual retail pricing.
Okay.
But like we do have like the retail price is the retail price,
Yeah.
right? But like we do have people saying, they'll email in and they'll say like, hey, I was thinking about buying 3 whipper grippers. If I buy 3, can you give me $50 off?
Yeah.
And sometimes things like that do make sense. Like if someone is going to place an order for like $1,500 or say $2,000 worth of equipment defender, then we could probably tighten up the price. We could probably do 10%, and we love doing that. But like if you're sort of coming to buy like a set of mower blades or like a trimmer head or something,
give us a discount.
There's not you can't do anything on it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that I do face those same issues, but man, in Greenscape Solutions, I mean, I was like a walking politician. Now, people need to know as well, and BJ, you were right here with all of this.
Yeah, dude.
I suffered because of this, right?
Yeah.
Being stubborn, just being hard-headed, all of that stuff. It's great in business, but it can very much be a downfall.
It is.
And I've had to really... now, realistically, behind the scenes, right, we're going through this right now with sponsorships.
Yeah, 100%.
We're approaching sponsors and we're having discussions with sponsors, and it's like, okay, this is the norm. What do we think Skull Sessions is worth?
Yeah.
Okay, are we gonna, if they counter offer, what are we gonna do? Rah rah rah. So
it's difficult. It is weird. It's a weird situation. I'm glad you brought up politics, the word politics before, because that's something that really plays heavily into the body corporate side of things. I experienced it this morning. It's not exactly linked up to this. It's not exactly linked up to this.
I don't know what that is.
Topic. What the fuck is on your pants, Ben?
It's not jizz.
It looks like.
It looks like it. It's got a proper jizz pattern.
Wait, let me taste it. No, but yeah, look, this morning there was an AGM at one of my villages, obviously because we're fucking amazing. They want to keep us, and the thing behind the scenes was happening where just shit went, like people were starting rumours and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I got involved in something that I definitely should have. I took a call from someone who gave me a lead for another job. And I was grateful. I fucking threw him a carton of beer. It was a good job. It's a tennis centre, so it's a good fortnightly job all year round. So I did that, and I took his call, and he just asked me a couple of questions. I didn't think about it at the time what I answered was going to be used, and it turns out that it was kind of used against me. So there were 2 groups, 2 factions. It's like fucking Star Wars. Infighting in a village situation. One wanted to get in because they didn't think the originals were doing a good job. They basically just got as much shit together as they could, said, you guys are doing a shit job. Here's what the gardener said. And I was just like, fuck. Like I got told I had to go for a meeting this morning. I went in there, and look, politics is something that I fucking can't stress enough. This was the first thing you said to me when I started. Stay out of the politics. I fucked up on this occasion, and I paid for it with I was fucking freaking out yesterday when I got the message. But yeah, politics, stay the fuck out of it. Like, just try and do your job. And if anyone talks to you, there's a rule in some of our villages where people don't talk to gardeners. And I know why now. It really is fucking... I should have... It was my bad. I should have listened to you.
And it's really unfortunate. And look, I'm not someone who... I can give that advice, and, in hindsight, we're all pros, right?
Yeah.
But, geez, going back, I mean... I have involved myself heavily in the inside politics. And realistically, guys, as gardeners... So, we're gardeners, and then we're also business owners, right? So, when you refer to it as gardeners, Like, seriously, we should not have to put up with any of the politics.
Yeah.
We just go in there, do our job. As business owners, it is a little bit different. I think sometimes if you have to manipulate someone else's weakness, then, you know, and that's where I always came in.
Yeah.
But the thing for me too is, like, I didn't just walk into these situations to be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to stir this hornet's nest up.
No, like, it was not my intention at all.
My first contract that I ever picked up was my baby. It meant everything to me to finally have that contract. But, like, like, the minute I got there, I was on eggshells. Because what had happened was they had a gardener for 7 years, and he just fucking upped and bounced. Now, the village was really not that political at that point.
Yeah.
But what happened was, one of the ladies on the committee had a son that was in the industry, and he took over. Now, he was a great guy, but he was semi-disabled. He had some sort of really bad leg injury or something. And I tell you what, his work was good.
Yeah.
But this was a 12-acre site.
Yeah.
And it was taking him 4 days a week to mow. So no gardening was getting done.
Yeah.
When we came in, you know, and we were voted in, essentially you had a committee of 7, and we got in with 4 votes.
Yeah.
And all that did was split the committee in half. And so, you know, when me and my other guy rolled in there, this is just before Rusty's time, man, we didn't have a chance. Like, we were caught up in the politics immediately.
Yeah.
And I mean, we really just let our work do the talking.
Yeah.
And because it was such a brothel when we got there.
Yeah.
You know, like, they would see these beautiful shaped hedges and, you know, everything like that. And I was, like, really running back then.
Yeah.
So, you know, we did prove ourselves fairly quickly, and I think that's the way to do it. But, like, as soon as it got around to tendering time again, all the chatter and the bullshit just started.
It's fucked. It really is a stretch, especially, like, and this is one thing, like, a lot of people ask me about the way that I do things with just targeting body corporate. This time of year, and it's not normally this time of year, like, it's normally staggered, like, different committees do AGMs at different times.
They do, yeah.
And, but I have just had, like, fucking 4 right now all doing it. And I have probably, like, less than 10 jobs. So, fucking, with all of them all doing it at the same time, and the politics that's going on inside of those you know, complexes, it's just like quote after quote after quote. Like, for one village to do a bank, there's a bank that needs to be remulched and plants and blah blah blah. I've had to submit that quote 7 times now. 7 fucking times the same quote, and every time you change the quote, you have to change the cover letter, all that sort of shit. Like, it's not a proposal, but it's a very detailed quote. So that's been really difficult. It's causing a lot of stress, and then, you know, that's a lot of fucking time. That's a lot of time, a lot of messing around because, like, I deal with a lot of bulk products. Calling up, emailing, getting quotes, getting fucking delivery costs, getting everything sorted. Then I'm doing so Brisbane City Council have free plants. So all my villagers all want all these free plants, but they want them now before the 1st of July. And then they want another, like, big round of them after. So some of them want fucking nearly 400 plants. And I'm just like...
I'd be like, nah, man, you have to get a different gardener.
I'm just like, what the fuck? And then they're like, we don't know where we're going to store them. So I'm like, what do you want me to fucking... What do you want me to do with them? Like,
it's a tough situation. I think let's switch gears for a minute. So we see, you know, these posts on Facebook about, you know, say first time clients.
Yeah.
You go in there, you quote, and you sort of immediately getting haggled. Now, admittedly, in the residential scene, you know, I think if you quoting an $80 job and say, oh, can you do it for 70? I think what's tough about this scenario is, if you're getting haggled within around $10 or $15, it could be worth considering, because it's not that much money, right? But what I think is tough about it is if you're like new in the industry, or even if you've been in the industry for a while and you're sort of looking for advice, and then you're seeing all of this advice, I think what's important to weigh up is your schedule full?
Yeah.
So I know, toward the end of my career, we were completely full, and, really like a lot of jobs, they really had to be worth it for me to even consider it. And so we could go in there, to certain places and be like, oh, we want this, or we're not even going to come close. And someone like Shorey, he's a landscaper, but he gets, asked for, smaller mulch jobs, or even some maintenance jobs. Now, you and I have been the
recipients
of some of these maintenance jobs, and you look at some of the numbers and you think like, holy shit, and it's because he doesn't give a fuck. But I think
no,
you know what I mean, like he doesn't,
I've been out to quotes with him, and he's like, what do you want to put on it? I'm like, what do you want to put on it? Because I'm conservative, because I want this type of work, but I don't want to overcharge for it. And he's like, fucking yep. And he just looks at it and he's like, I'm like, just throw a number out. I was like, well, $500 a week. And he's like, yeah, fucking oath. He just walks away with like that. And I'm like, yeah, but we could also upcharge him on mulch and things like that. He's like, yeah, fucking oath. Like he's like, yeah, sweet. And he has no worries. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it.
But really the point of this whole topic is that, or what I want to sort of enforce is that, like, if you're not that busy and the work does matter to you, then, I still think, I'm not saying go in cheap or anything, but I think you have to be able to sort of consider, okay, what happens if I don't get this? Am I better off sitting at home and doing nothing? Or am I better off working for maybe slightly less? Like if it's an $80 lawn that we think, okay, this is going to be an $80 lawn, and you end up doing it for 70, are you better off doing that, or are you better off sitting around,
that's it,
twiddling your thumbs? Because honestly, the very real reality is that I get approached all the time by people who will be like, hey Ben, we know you've done villages, we're looking to quote our first village. We figured, okay, it's roughly $100 an hour, so one guy $800, and they go, all right, for a 40-hour week, because they, the site is going to require someone, they want to charge $4,000. And when you do the maths, yes, you end up at that figure, but you got to be really careful with those figures, because all your overheads are changing. Your drive time, is non-existent. All of that stuff, and it's probably just going to be too much. For that one site, and it leads to blown opportunities.
It does.
So
I haven't had any villages that I haven't got when I've quoted. Which, in some people's eyes, they might be like, oh, that's because you're quoting too low or something. But I'm like, I've done my numbers, and I know what I can still be profitable at.
I've had villages. So there's a village, I worked there for wages when I was like 18. And anyway, eventually I left and I started my own business, or went back to my own business, and they began to outsource, and I used to duck in from time to time, and I used to see, and I was like, man, this place looks like shit compared to when I was here. So I started hunting and doing the thing, and realised they have 3 villages in my area, and when I quoted, I sort of was like, oh geez, we used to have 2 full-time gardeners and a handyman just at this place alone.
Yeah.
So I went through, did my numbers accordingly, brought it to them, and they're like, this is way too expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, now, I could have just gone, because I don't think I went in very heavy.
Yeah.
I could have gone, well, fucking, mate, if you're not going to consider it, just fuck off.
Yeah.
But I went through the process, and, I mean, look, ultimately, we didn't get the job, but it wasn't because of the pricing.
Okay.
But if you hadn't gone through those steps of negotiating, you can really blow it.
That's it.
Now, the same can also be said when we're talking about standing firm in your business. Let's say you quote a job, you do the scope of works, you get the job, you've been active there for a little while, and people come to you and say, like, hey, man, these weeds haven't been sprayed, or there's, weeds here, and it's like, well, we don't do hand weeding, we just spray. That's what the quote is, that's what the contract is, like, you can stand firm on those types of things, or you can sort of just put in the extra 15 minutes and be like, maybe we should just grab them or something, because now on a $50 job, if you quoted to whip a snip and mow, and someone's like, hey man, when are you going to do the weeds? They'd be like, no, get fucked.
100%. But when it's a
big time contract,
$80,000 or $90,000 a year contract, you're kind of like, fuck, that's 15 minutes, maybe like I won't have to touch them again for a while. So that's how we work. We try and keep everyone happy within reason. There are definitely times where I've been like, that's not our job. Like, why would we even consider doing that? That's like half a day's work.
I mean, honestly, like, we've been at the village before, when I was still on site, me, Rusty, and probably DJ at that time, or someone, whatever. And, winter day, chilling, like, not crazy amounts of work to do. And we've been hit up by a village manager, hey, we have people coming, there's something happening here, we need like all the pool furniture wiped down, and we need the barbecues cleaned, and we would just need to just do this once over. Now, this is not in our scope of works by any means. And like, before I could even respond, Rusty's up with a fucking rag and a bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's piece of piss, too easy.
And that's the thing, like, compromise is part and parcel of getting these big contracts, because you are dealing with, some of these places are, like, I've only got up to 100 units. Some of these places are 300 plus. Like, one I went and quoted to do the hedges, they have 10 gardeners and a site maintenance coordinator, and then they're getting outside maintenance guys to come and do.
Make me sick.
Fuck me. And it's beautiful, but 10 people, like
the private colleges in our local area, they're outsourced now, but they used to have like their own in-house teams, and I think they were all like related.
Oh, okay.
It was like, the husband and wife and the brother, and and they did do a beautiful job, but with the amount of gardeners that they had, far out. Geez, you could do a good job.
And when we're talking about body corporate too, you got to remember that you're not just competing against other contractors, and you'll notice that there isn't like a ton of gyms or other franchise guys in these complexes. No,
there's not not like smaller ones, but not like the big daily site ones.
But there is fucking Skyline, Programmed, Green Options, all these guys that really can offer huge packages, especially to like certain groups, like I think Vicente and I don't know what's down south, like other retirement villages. They offer a huge package, and they've got these accounts teams that can fucking work out exactly how many people they're going to put where, and they can do these massive proposals, which it's just unfeasible for people like me. Like I'm really happy with what we've got, but I'm always searching for more. But when I come up against someone like Skyline, it's like, fuck. It's like they really have.
That's when I start getting political.
Yeah, and I pay my guys more than Skyline pays theirs, so they're fucking. They can undercut us. Which is
look, more companies, more body corps and, you know, villages and stuff, they're moving away from those big sorts. And I would admit green options, if anyone's ever heard of them, they're sort of doing more your big private colleges and, you know, your stadium, like your football stadiums and stuff. And that business is on point.
Yeah.
They're anytime I sort of see their sites. But, I mean, the other mobs, like, they've got a crew leader that's probably a horticulturist.
Yeah.
And they go and stand outside the fucking juvie detention centre and look at the grubs walking out. Like, "Oi, you want to work for $15 an hour?" Bung them on a site.
Oh, there's no doubt there's some good...
Like, they got workers pulling out fucking gerbras.
Yeah. There'd be some good people in all of those businesses, but I think they probably don't know how valuable they are. They don't know what they can do on their own or with a private contractor. And like I've said, like that's where you can find staff. It's in these big companies that don't value their staff as much as you will.
So a little heads up, like when it comes time to renegotiating anything, whether it's, you know, a small contract, big contract, or, you know, maybe it's a real estate, you know, and you do several, you know, rental properties or whatever it is. I think one thing to always just be cautious of is that you can always negotiate, and you can always negotiate the right way. So a scenario just before I was leaving my Greenscape Solutions, our big village was up for renegotiating, and they always had like, you could roll over and you get like a 1.5% increase.
Yeah.
On a 1 year deal. And I was always like, because we were sort of maybe we'd been there for 2 years or 3 years, we had to prove ourselves to some point as well, because we were going up against the bigger mobs.
Yeah.
We had sort of gotten to a point where we felt like we got this where we want it now, and we kind of need to get to, like, we were making money, but we felt like, okay, this is the opportunity to make more money.
Yeah.
And so I, you know, negotiated with him, and I was like, look, I'm sick of going through this process every year. And really, I wasn't really going to take the 1.5%.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, and I think at the time, I think it was roughly around 5% increase that I wanted.
Yeah.
And they sort of were just like, Ben, the budget doesn't allow it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that we don't think you're worth it or anything like that. And I was like, well, so then I just started thinking of scenarios. And I was like, well, how about you give me the 5% and let's work out a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Because then that gets me my money right now. And then I don't have to go through all the bullshit, and it worked for my business at the time. So there's always, you know, room to negotiate, whereas some contractors might be like, nah, I want that 5%, rah, rah. And it's not always personal.
No.
Sometimes, you know, those budgets, they simply just don't allow it.
Yeah. Well, one of my long-term customers, like 4 or 5 years I've been doing this village, they had really, like, they blew their budget real bad, like to the point where we got taken off site once. So we went from a weekly service to a fortnightly service for I think it was 3 months, just to put some money back in their pocket. And, you know, it was fine at the time. We had other work that we could do and take on. Actually, it was one of the most profitable winters I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
But they do have these pretty strict budgets, and this group of, you know, 7 people are not just answerable to each other; they're answerable to like 100 other people or 200 other people, whatever it is. So they have to be really careful dealing with other people's money, because they can get fucked up for it. But like realistically, like when you're in front of someone and you are talking to them face to face about renegotiating, it's I feel like for me it's better than doing it like over the phone or something like that.
As long as you got your numbers in your head, and as long as you're, like, I've been in situations where maybe we're negotiating in person on the fly,
yeah,
you know, just having a conversation, and they're saying things that I already know that I disagree with.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of still nodding my head, yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay, yes, you know, and sort of thinking in my head, like I'm just reacting.
Yeah.
Whereas I sort of should have been like, look, okay, cool. Let me go work it out. Let me sit down.
Yeah.
And you're sort of not giving them that false hope. Because then when you do hit them with it, it's like, man, we just spoke about this and this is like the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like, well, after the fact, he's sort of like, well, I've gone over the numbers and, now you got a problem.
Yeah.
So
I think with bigger contracts, I think long-term sort of negotiations are the way to go. Like you get together, you kind of find a starting point. You talk about maybe putting your prices up to cover blah, blah, blah. And then you offer like whatever you want to offer them. And then, you come back and you kind of work on it a bit more. And then you work on it a bit more. And then it becomes more and more official. Because body corporates, they don't have meetings like every week. It's fucking every month. Is it once a month? It depends on body corp. Like, could be once a month. Could be once every quarter. Like, it depends on how smooth the village is. But yeah, I think a long-term sort of negotiation kind of works better in the bigger situations. But when you're face to face with a customer that's like, oh, can you do it any cheaper? Like, yeah, I definitely have taken a few hits over the years. Especially like when I first started on LMCA and people started saying like, don't use hourly. I remember when I was starting off, hourly was the fucking bomb. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I literally, like, I can't tell you, like, I didn't want to lose out and I didn't want the customer to get ripped off and fucking absolutely shit me on every platform they can. So when I first started out, I found hourly was a really good way to do all these other, jobs except for straight up mowing lawns. It's like hedging and that. And once you find your feet, then that's when you start going in and saying, no, this is a $130 hedging job and this is a $50 hedging job or whatever. I think hourly is really hard done by for the new guys. I think obviously once you know the industry and you know what you're like you cut times, you speed, you clean up, all that sort of shit, like then you can really negotiate hard. But I think hourly when you start, like work out how fast you are. Because, like, I was shit. Like, I was shit when I first started. I was, like, fucking hedging, like, meh. And, like...
Dude, I'd get raped on hourly because I was, like... like, I was going in hard.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, you were experienced, so that wouldn't suit you. But a new guy who's not as fast...
Yeah, look, I probably wanted to stay away from the actual pricing in this episode, and just because we've done pricing episodes before, but look, I think hourlies work really well for just like what you said, jobs where it's difficult to put a price on, things can blow out.
Yeah.
I think anytime you've got an offsider or workers with you, hourly rates are great because you know that you're going to make profit no matter what.
Yeah.
Like if you're charging, a worker out at $80 an hour and you're only paying them $40, you don't have to be a wizard to figure out that, you're going to make money there. So hourly rate, and look, we used to do hourly rates on acreage jobs, where we would mow and we would do a certain amount of gardening.
Yeah.
And it always worked in favour for, okay, you might give up a little bit on the mowing.
Yeah.
Because usually for the mowing, like if an acreage was going to, if 2 acres was going to take you like 2 hours to mow, you probably usually charge, say, $250 for it. This is back then. Probably even still now. But, like you've got a worker there, and, you can say, okay, this is going to be now $200 and something an hour. They're getting gardening done,
Yeah. So when you would quote, say, not we'll get off body corp for a little bit, but when you would go and quote a lawn, would you give them a price on the spot or would you go home and send them an actual quote?
For a residential lawn?
Yeah. Depending...
Usually on the spot.
On the spot?
Yeah.
Okay. So depending on the customer, like... Because you can gauge people. I think, like, being in this industry has taught me, like, to know what people are kind of thinking? Like, you can see behind their eyes?
If I could stop you there, because I'm experiencing some of this in person right now, right? But it was one thing that I wanted to bring up, because we're not really... The episode is not so much about the actual pricing.
Yeah.
But it's about sort of, okay, do you stand firm on what you say?
Yeah.
Or do you give a little extra? What are the positives and negatives to this? And I'll be honest, I know, so it's going to take us a minute to get to the point, but we're renovating at the moment, or we're doing some renovations, and so we've got some builders coming in, they're going to do some stairs, bits and pieces. And I've been really, like, looking at these dudes that come in and just reading their body language and everything. And I've got to say, I'm so unimpressed with everyone that I meet. Like, I know for me, when I was... And I know industries are up and down because of COVID, and I think it's all fucking bunch of bullshit and a cop-out. But, like, I know for me, when I would walk into someone's yard... And, you know, let's say it's 1,000 square meters and they got really beautiful gardens and the turf's in really good condition. Like, I would be totally engaging with that customer.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what a beautiful property. Oh, this one would be a nice one to mow.
Yeah.
You know, and be interested. And, you know, if your price is a little bit higher, your energy, you know, like, and enthusiasm can get you over the line.
100%.
I've had these dudes rocking up and they're like, oh, fuck, you want hardwood? You know, like, just, you know, and so, anyway, I'm just going to use actual numbers. Like, I've got a quote for 33,000.
Yeah.
And then I have a quote to do the exact same job for 26,000.
Yeah.
And the cheaper person was more enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And, like, Vicky and I are like, we're a little bit lost. We're like, is this... cheaper dude, is he just going to be like whack as fuck?
Yeah.
Or is he like a young go-getter that needs the business and, you know, stuff like that? So I think, you know, and then I had another guy, he quoted, we've got to get a whole heap of palm trees knocked, right? And people are probably saying, Ben, you lazy prick, do it yourself. But I'm not doing it. It's a fuckload of palms, right? I had this dude roll in, this tree lopper. Now, I know what tree loppers are. They're not accountants. They're not, you know. But he walks in with a fucking rollie, like half lit, right? Now, I'm also no stranger to this.
Yeah.
But not on it.
Yeah.
Rolls in, immediately turns his back to me, and I'm thinking, like, you fucking rude cunt. You want me to knock you? Like, I was seriously like, yeah, and he was still talking to me.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm thinking, like, has he turned around so I can fucking wax him in the back of the head? But you know what I mean? Like, I think the way that you're carrying yourself as well, like, if you walk in there like an arrogant prick, and you're like, this job's 5,000, and they're like, oh, okay, you know, do you have a breakdown? Nah, man, it's 5,000, it'll get fucked.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point of today's episode.
Yeah. I get it, man. I like, we've had quotes come through because we're also having the whole renovation thing happen, and we've, you know, just not in those sort of numbers, but for gates, for instance, like, we just had the balmiest fucking dudes roll through, and then we had one guy that came through and he's like, oh yeah, I can match the gate colour to your shed. We can mount it here and here, and we can and bring it flush so it opens this way and that way. Like, it's like, fucking, you sold us. He's way more expensive. Like, he's $1,600 for a fucking single gate, compared to, like, the other guys are like $800 or $900. And I'm like, you sold me on the way you presented yourself. Like, it does make a huge difference, and that might be the difference between that $10 on your $80 lawn. But with that, I sometimes have said, when I used to hunt residential, if I said a lawn is $80, and they're like, look, I really would love to see it around the 70. I say, how about we do the first service at 80, and if I think that I can bring it down to 70, and if you're happy with the service, then we can talk about that.
Brilliant advice.
Because, you know, usually the first service is a little bit rougher than the ongoing services. And another thing too is lock them in for a fucking fortnightly. Like, lock them in there and then for like 3 months of winter, and the rest is fortnightly.
So I'm glad you brought that up because it's great advice, but I do want to say something about the regularity, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, the regularity, so this was where I just was always mega firm and I would literally walk away from a job.
Yeah.
Because the regularity, look, it might be different in Queensland.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, like if they're not going to have you fortnightly, then we don't exist.
Yeah.
Like it's just straight up. Now, when I came into the industry in like 2002, it was a very dry period.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was really happening before then, but a lot of the body corps moved from fortnightly to like monthly services all year round, like because it was so dry. When you sort of were, coming into 2011, so Vicky is a property manager. She worked at Remax.
Yep.
They had a huge portfolio, and their mower guy was doing everything monthly. And I'm telling you now, the lawns were like this.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't catch anything. It had to be mowed and slashed and then raked or cleaned up just to do a mediocre job.
Yeah.
And, when we, sometimes you might do a tough season in that transit. That's a huge transition, by the way. Like those weather cycles, there is always a bit of lag. It's not like, hey, it's growing, everyone needs to change their structure.
Yeah.
But, we got to the point where it was like if you're not going to have us at a minimum 2 weeks in summer, we will tolerate 1 month
in
winter. But as soon as you get to September, October, we're back fortnightly, and we're not going to stop fortnightly till May.
Yeah.
If they would not accept that, then we would just walk.
Yeah.
And we would just that was one thing that, I valued so much more than any actual dollar figure.
And I think that's what led me to take on the whole body corporate, like just the structure of that sort of business, just being body corporate has allowed me to basically set up my whole year. We know what's going to happen. We know year to year what's going to happen. Obviously there'll be a few things thrown in between, like little extras and things like that. But basically my year is fucking set unless something better comes up. And then everything fucking flies off the handle and I got to try and either get new staff or equipment or whatever I have to do. But it's a really good, the regularity is huge to me. I think having security in your business takes a massive amount of stress out of it, and it really does lead to a better service for the customer too. I think if you're happy to go there and mow a fortnightly job. Whereas if they're pushing you a week every time, it's like, oh fuck, this is rough. It looks like shit. It doesn't look as good. It could be better. Like all those things run through your head, and then you're like, fuck this job.
Now, talking about setting up your diary and setting it up, how about you set up your wardrobe with bad workwear?
Oh, nice one.
Freestyle, pick a freestyle.
Yeah.
So jump on the Bad Workwear website.
Yeah.
Grab yourself some new work threads. Now, sneak peek. I don't know when this shit's coming out, but they do have a new line of shirts.
Yo.
Apparently, it's going to be a little bit more of a baggy fit rather than some of that gym junkie fit that they do have there.
Yeah. I still rock the all the polos and stuff like that, but the slim fit, I'm not that slim anymore.
Yeah, well, I just get myself in. Oh no, I can pull it off.
You're still in larges and stuff, mate. I'm in the X's.
Yeah. But hey, look, I hear they got some mad jackets coming. Some browns. Brown is in, man.
Brown is in. Look at that. That's a fucking Swish jacket, man. I went to Target, my local Target, and I couldn't fucking get anything. They're apparently making way for an L day.
COVID.
Well, COVID's fucked all brown jackets. It's a fucking conspiracy. So fuck Target. Head to Bad Workwear. Use the skull all in caps code, and save yourself 10% at the checkout, and help us while you're doing it.
And stock it up too. Don't forget to check out the Bad Saviours.
Yeah.
They're still my pick for work pant. So you can get the cuffed or non-cuffed option.
We should get Rusty in here to model one day. Fuck, he looks good.
He fucking came in the other day.
Did he?
And he was, he had a Catch Pro hoodie on.
I said, where the fuck did you get that?
It was mine.
And that's what he said. He goes, yeah, Ben gave it to me a while back.
It's just like, it's got like this really just obnoxious Catch Pro like all the way across it. And I think Josh made it. And it was a really big hoodie as well. And I just, like I wore it in a video or two and I was like, oh man, this looks fucking Kmart. We never sold this.
It doesn't look bad at all. Looks good on him,
Well, anyway, fucking Rusty's rolled in, eh? He's got his Ballard hat, Catch Pro hoodie, he's got his Saviours on, and he looks like the dude in the ad with the Saviours.
Yeah.
And then he's got the Storm boots. Didn't pay for fuck all of it, by the way. He didn't support, huh?
Yeah, you.
No, I used my code for him.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Jump on Bad Workwear.
Fuck yeah.
While we're plugging stuff, for anyone who is actually viewing this content on YouTube, which by the way is fuck all of you now.
Yeah.
We've noticed our views gone down. But we have the ZT Quick Lock on the table. Now, look, I usually don't plug products.
This is a fucking good one, though.
I usually don't plug products, my products on the podcast, but because we are getting ready to release this and I've been doing all of the assembly and this, I thought I'd give everyone a little bit of a background. This product has almost broken me.
Yeah, we were just talking about it today. We both had a little D&M together and I told Ben my woes and he told me his. And this product has, it's been a rough one to get done and dusted.
Yeah, I mean, it's come out really nice.
It's so good, dude.
But my boy, has it changed hands, from the folders back to me, then over to welding, and like some people probably don't understand, like we don't have forklifts and all crazy stuff like that, so everything's manually handled
and if you're not watching, it's fucking solid. Like there was something in Ben's way when he was putting it on the table. He's like, help me, so I had to fucking reef all this stuff out of his way. It's a really, really fucking solid unit.
So we actually hope to have these out, like you'll be hearing this on a Sunday, Monday. We actually hope to have them out that week, but in this kit we actually have some ratchet straps that are included, unfortunately, probably due to COVID. They're still 2 to 3 weeks away, so we will have to wait. But it's a really awesome product. It's going to be, a semi-universal system that'll fit a bunch of different zero turns. And keep an eye out for the ZT Quick Lock.
Now, you changed it up too. You put some bolstering inside to keep the smaller wheel base models happy, hey?
Yeah, so instead of building 2 variants, so essentially what we have here, for everyone that is watching, the green section is your base plate. And this pin here is not, it's not all the way in at the moment, but it is, gets threaded all the way in, and that is your locking mechanism. Now, what you have on the other side is this angled bracket, which is your receiver bracket, and essentially...
Don't you fuck that cord
Yeah,
up.
sorry, mate.
Finger banging.
When you... hate doing things fucking live,
Yeah.
When you have this pin all the way in, that goes into the receiver bracket and keeps everything steady. This is your wheel housing. Now, as BJ was saying, instead of having 2 variants, we've basically got 1 large variant, and we have these. These are made with water jets.
Oh, true.
These Packers.
Yeah.
It cost a fucking fortune, by the way. So this is going to account for all your small wheels. Actually, the 48 V-Ride, believe it or not, fits in this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Probably something to what you've got.
Yeah, I got the Turfy.
Would be in the large one. You've got one of these.
Yeah, I've got one on my rig.
BJ's got one of the prototypes.
I got the Proto.
So yeah, really awesome product.
Yeah, it's so good. It's cut the time on loading and unloading. What hasn't cut the time on unloading and loading is the fact that my fucking ramps are too small and I have to buy a new set of ramps because I load up front ways now instead of back because it's so much better. Didn't know how fucked up my ride was on the truck when I had the engine right behind the engine.
Oh, that's cool to know.
So it is actually good now. Most of the weight's over the wheelbase instead of right up behind the cab. So that's another benefit. But yeah, I fucked up. I bought the short whips rams.
Slightly off topic, I just noticed you have really blue eyes.
Thank you.
What colour are mine?
Yeah, they're like
bloodshot red.
No, they're blue. They're fucking
bloodshot with like grey instead of the white bits.
I think it's yeah, I had a few lines of coke earlier. No.
You know how people say, this is full sidebar, you know how like some people say like, oh, what do you look for in a woman? And they're like, oh, I look at their eyes. Like, I've never fucking done that.
Haven't you?
No, like, I don't fucking look at their eyes.
No.
First, I like...
I'm usually looking through bushes or windows, so...
I'm not really a body person. Like, obviously, I like a good body, but... if they've got like a really nice smile, that's probably what.
True.
But I never fuck around and look at the eyes. Like if you got really pretty eyes and you've got like real fucked up teeth, then you're still fucked up. You know what I mean?
Fuck, thank God.
I'm just being real.
Lou must have caught my eyes, because if she was looking at my body, fuck, my life would have gone in a different direction.
Well, I don't know what.
I'd be sucking dick under a bridge or something.
I don't know what Vicky was looking at, because when she got with me, even when we got married, pretty much all I could give her was my dick. No, pretty much all I could give her was my debt and my last name.
Yeah.
At that time. No, but speaking about eyes, Macy, my daughter, she has blonde hair and brown eyes.
Okay.
I think that's rare.
Is it?
I thought so.
Oh, I got no idea.
Vicky's got brown eyes.
Well, all my kids have got blue eyes. I think it's, I don't know if it's a dad thing, like whether the kids take on their eyes, but like hearing all the stuff, because I don't research it, and it's not even research as such, but my wife's telling me like, you know, your kids reflect the father, because back in the day, like if your kid didn't look like the father, he'd fucking swing it off into a canyon or something. So I guess like that's why my kids have got blue eyes, and I got long eyelashes. Like everyone that gets close to my face, I'm like, fuck, you got long eyelashes. I'm like, it really is coming like really handy mowing really dusty conditions. I get mad clag eye, but I don't normally get shit in my eyes. So
BJ's just wearing his cumbrellas. No one ended up hearing that episode, eh?
I don't know. Oh my god.
We never. We
didn't release that.
That episode never went to air.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Fuck. So
are you gonna tell them what they are?
So cumbrellas are apparently like a false eyelash that prostitutes in like the 1800s or 1700s or something. They put false eyelashes in to keep the cum out of their eyes.
As if they had facials back then.
Well, they used to have like little fucking snuff boxes doing like amphetamines and shit.
I don't believe that they were doing facials back then.
Yeah, who knows what they're doing.
All right.
They could have shit that we've never even thought of.
Let's get off this just in case our new potential sponsors. Because we just cooked all of our asking price.
Oopsie daisies. Yeah, we'll be fucking... Yeah, now we'll have to fucking take a bit of our own advice and start renegotiating.
So, before, like, you know, as we sort of wrap up this episode, bro, you know, in terms of, say, standing firm, you know, on any part, like, well, not just about pricing, right? Could be scope of work.
Yeah.
But, like, is there anything that sort of dumb that you have done where, you know, you've gotten to some sort of disagreement? One comes to mind for me. I remember we were doing this, like, it's sort of like a marquee product, a marquee property where we live. I won't bother describing it to you because it's irrelevant, but beautiful Queenslander house on like maybe 1.5 acres, so it's not like huge, but it's certainly not small.
Yeah.
And I remember this particular day that we were there, and we were doing an all-day garden cleanup. This particular day that we were there was probably like the windiest day in Brisbane, right? It was fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
And we actually had to clean up the leaves.
Yeah.
And we had these full backpack blowers going in this like really dense garden. And we were blowing leaves. And you could see lots of leaves going up in the air.
Yeah.
And we turned them off, the blowers off. and we hear this dude next door, and he was like South African. That was the first trigger.
Yeah.
Because the South African accent, like, it's it's not like it's that bad, but it's a very strong accent. And I think at the time we had all just watched like this. It was like a surf movie. And I forget his name now, but really famous South African surfer.
Oh, shit.
And it was just something that, we used to say, like banana.
Yes.
Or like, I pulled up to the core pork.
Yeah.
Anyway, this dude, man, he's just like, I'm not even going to do the accent, but he's like, yeah, excuse me, you're blowing the leaves up and they're coming into my property. And I'm like, nah, man, look around. There's fucking leaves blowing everywhere. Like, it's and this dude, man, he was just like, excuse me. And we couldn't see him because it's 6 foot fence. And I'm just sitting behind the fence and I'm like, man, those leaves, like, look at the size of this fucking tree.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, it's hanging like at least 15 meters over his property.
He probably saw a handful come over and he's like, fuck this, I'm getting a freebie.
Anyway, I was being a massive smart ass.
That doesn't sound like you.
And I'm sort of, had that attitude, like, we were just full hustling to clean up these leaves. His property just was covered in leaves anyway. And he's abusing me for putting leaves onto his, over a 6 foot fence.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously being a smart ass, and we leave the job and send the invoice, and we get an email back like, hey, look, you guys did a really great job, but we're not having you back because we've just had a conversation with our neighbor, and right. Anyway, my whole attitude, standing firm, being like, I'm not going to let this prick get them, because there was no way I was going over there to clean up those leaves. Like, there was just no fucking way.
Yeah.
If we were trimming a hedge and some hedge clippings fell into someone's yard, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, like, we lost this amazing job, a huge opportunity for us at the time.
Yeah.
Because I was just being a complete fucking ass.
Yeah.
But have you had any situations like that? Because I've had fucking tons, eh?
Look, I haven't really. Like, I'm pretty good at holding my tongue up until a certain point. I've definitely had negotiations, but I really haven't had those bad ones. I've had arguments with people. Like, I was mowing a place for, I'd say it was at least 18 months minimum. You know the job. And, like, this nice couple, they were always pretty cool. I did a good job, and I did it pretty fucking cheap. Like, I did a lot of work there. So 6 acres, I'd do a full day a week, and I think it was like, it was like $480 for my full day's work. This is when I very first started. So we're talking like 8 years ago. And that was a good day for me. Like, I liked working there. But one day, I don't know what happened. I'd mowed, snipped, and push mowed and snipped and used my zero turn the exact same way for the whole time, and all of a sudden I had both of them, one either side of me, yelling at me like, what are you doing? You're doing a terrible job at the edges, and fucking just going at me, and I just sort of snapped. I was like, what are you two talking about? Like, I towered over both of them. So, like, I just, like I said...
Crack a lady first.
I just fucking pick up one of their giant palms and smack them with it. But I was like, I've been working here for 18 months or however long it was. I've done everything the exact same way. Every week I'm here. Why today? And they both looked at each other and they're like, we've been discussing this behind closed doors. I was like, well, okay, sweet. No worries. I'll finish today and you guys can talk about it behind closed doors again. Let me know when you want me back. And they called me, and it was Easter. So I went out on Easter Sunday, and they wanted me in there to clean it up for a party. So I went there, terrible weather. Like, it was pouring. I was mowing, and it was pouring, and I called them. I said, look, this is just impossible to do. I'm not going to complete it. I'm just making a mess. And they said, yeah, no worries. So I left, and I sent them an invoice for the hour that I did. Next day, I was like, well, I was waiting for this fucking, this portion of a fucking full day to come through. I'm like, okay, cool. Sent the sent the like the late one, and they're like, yeah, we're not paying that. I'm like, well, how could you not pay that? So, like, I didn't even bother negotiating. I just was like, well, fuck you, and then just canned it. But standing firm, like, I fucked myself there because that was the only big full day I had booked out every week, and realistically, I fucked it over $50. But that one,
it's tough. I mean, I've had just something else that springs to mind that happened really a long time ago. Like I was pretty young back then, but I had a quote lined up with a lady, and I'm pretty sure we had a time lined up, and I'm knocking on the door, no one is answering. I got no idea if anyone's home.
Yeah.
Went around to the side gate, it was locked, so I jumped the gate, and I mean, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I was there to fucking quote, right?
Yeah.
So, jumped the gate and kind of walked around into the yard, and I sort of just noticed, like, they sort of had French doors on their back veranda, and I could see everything was open, and I could hear, like, just music.
Hopefully there was no legs open.
I wish that's where the story was going. Anyway, I start walking up the stairs, and I see this baby in a bouncer.
Oh, fuck.
So I just, it was awake.
Yeah.
So...
What'd you go and pick it up?
Just started breastfeeding at 8. No, so I sort of just was like, hello, is anyone home? This chick comes out, and she was sexy. Oh. This chick comes out and just started fucking tearing me a new one.
Oh, shit.
Like, how dare you? I got my baby here. And I'm thinking like, whoa, lady, I'm not here to steal your fucking baby. Like, I would never do that.
Yeah. Not that hard up yet.
And I don't know. I can't remember if it was just going to be standard mow or if it was really a long time ago, back when I could jump a fence, right?
Yeah.
But I was sort of sitting there thinking like, "Oi, you can just get fucked, eh? Like, it's not a big deal."
Yeah.
And if you're that worried about your baby, put it fucking inside.
Yeah, or organise your quotes better. Like, you're banging at the door.
So, it is, I've had another situation where bloody trimming hedges at like 7 o'clock in the morning at this block of units.
Oh, I remember fucking old, mate.
Yeah,
we'll get to that one.
But this Kiwi dude walks out, and he's like, oh, hey, I'm Michael, I work night shift. So I was like, how's it going, brother? My name's Ben and I work day shift. And like, we just totally got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think people can definitely learn.
Battery gear wasn't a thing back then.
Oh, nah, man. We had the bloody... it was probably had a Tanaka then.
Oh, fucking Tanaka or the skinny fucking 230 just...
fucking...
I did have one recently where a old customer, which I was crushed when they sold this house. They moved out and new people moved in. Now, mind you, these people paid close to... Oh, actually, no, it was just over $4 million for this property. So it's a very, very nice property. It's only on 2.5 acres, so the actual house itself is immaculate. But the gardens, the outdoor entertaining area, it was pimp. Like, it was beautiful. The whole backyard had been turfed, like an acre and a bit was re-turfed after I'd started with Empire. And the front was all couch and the footpath was all couch. Now, the guy was very pedantic. He liked to do his spraying himself and all that sort of stuff. Now, these new people moved in and they asked if I could take over the spraying. They said that sometimes they'd get me to mow, sometimes they'd get me to hedge. It was a bit like they were trying to do shit themselves. It's their first acreage. I'm like, fucking, all right, you're doing all right. You fucking just paid $4 million for a house. Like, I was, before this old fella left, I was going to up his price. The day that I said, can I have a chat about some changes that we're doing in our business, he actually said to me, I need to have a chat with you. We're actually selling the house and it's basically already sold. So I just was like, well, fuck it. We'll leave it how it is. And I said to him, I said, if you talk to the new owners, because he said, like, he'd put my name for it. I said, if you talk to the new owners, can you please not tell them our pricing structure because I was actually going to put our prices up with all the inflation, blah, blah, blah. I said, yep, no worries. I'll just tell them around about, whatever I was charging. And this like, I messaged this new couple and said, look, I'm available to come and give you a quote whenever you want. We can have a chat about what you need. And she's like, oh, what's a roundabout price? And I got out his old invoices and I was like, okay, so this is a full mow. There's 3 guys, so there's 2 offsiders and myself. We can knock all the hedges in this time frame, and this is how much it costs you. And she's like, oh, that's way out of our budget. Mind you, I only put it up $5. Like $5 an hour, because it's one of those acreage with a bunch of gardenings. So I put it up $5 an hour, and she's like, nah. And I was like, look, I would love to be able to negotiate, but the price was going up for this old guy anyway. Like, can we still meet up? I'll have a look at the property, see how you guys are going. And she was just like, look, we just really can't afford that kind of money right now. I'm like, you just paid $4 million for a fucking house and didn't think about the grounds at all?
That's how they get rich, boy.
I drove past it this morning and it is a fucking dump. Like, this was an award-winning house.
Were the people attractive?
I don't know. I didn't get to meet them. They wouldn't
Did
even...
they sound attractive?
Yes.
Okay.
Even the husband. Their names were... Yeah.
Was his name Theodore?
It was something... It was like... Yeah, it was something hot. Not like Brenton. God, I ain't making no fucking pussies wet with that name. I said to my mum, I was like, where did you get that fucking name from, Brenton? I'm like, look, it's cool now. Like, no one calls me Brenton. Everyone calls me BJ. But geez.
Someone actually came up to me one day and they're like, just sort of, I can't remember if they said like, how's Brenton or whatever. And I was like, who the fuck is Brenton?
I'm like, oh, okay.
Anyway, we're getting ready to wrap up, but there is something that I do want to address everyone with, just in case it applies to anyone. We've had a customer buy some ISO tunes, and they're sort of like, look, I won't go into like if I think they were rude or whatever, but the basis of the story is they weren't very happy with the ISO tunes. They thought they were too quiet, not appropriate for our industry, rada. I'll probably do an Instagram video, but I just want to sort of say, for anyone out there who's either got ISO tunes or maybe you're looking to get ISO tunes, they are industry specific. Yeah. They're built for our industry, but there is a proper way to actually install the earbuds. Now, if you've got the overhead links, this doesn't apply.
That's me.
But if you're running any of the earbud style, wired, non-wired, whatever, there actually is a particular way that you have to install them. And the whole purpose of the ISO Tunes product is so that you, instead of having those loud machines and just putting louder music in, you're actually cancelling that background noise, and you've got appropriate level music or podcast or whatever. So thought I'd just put it out there for anyone who is looking for extra info. There's tons of YouTube videos. Probably some stuff on Instagram as well, but check that out. Just because I've had it come up once or twice, and we've definitely educated some people. They're like, okay, this is a great product. Some other people are just like, nah, man, give us the loud noise.
I love them. I actually I've used the over the ear ones, and I've got the links, and I landed on the links just because I like the sun protection on the tops of my little earrings.
Now, truth be told, this is, real Ben speaking here, right? When we first got the product, I, put the earbuds in my ear, and I was like, well, they're okay. We've got to test them. And Rusty's sitting next to me, and he's like, have you looked at the instructions? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? They're earphones. Just bung them in your ear. And he's like, Ben, you have to read the instructions and do what they say. And you literally have to select the right tip for your ear. Now, I have little ear canals.
Little Benny ears.
They're so cute. Little tight sphincter ears, eh? Can you do the sphincter lips for anyone watching?
Not really.
Russell does the best ones ever. He's like... Anyway.
Is that why you want to kiss him?
Anyway, you actually have to then squeeze the tip and reach behind with your other ear, open up the canal and bung it in there.
Fuck,
and
that
once
sounds hot.
once you do that, they perform really well.
Yeah.
Like you can literally, like the machine noise, whether you're using, you know, petrol or battery, it is minimized like significantly.
Yeah.
And then you can hear the music without it full mad blaring. So,
It's actually funny that yesterday I was watching Will, because I've always had either the links or the ones that are corded, like the two. And Will actually had, when he bought his new phone, he got a set of Sony ones, and he's fucking scrambling through the car. He's like, I fucking lost one. And he's like, I found it. And then he's fucking got back. He's like, where the fuck's the first one? I was like, yeah, fuck that. I dig those corded ones for sure.
well, I use the freeze.
Do ya?
Because the cord gives me the shit.
I guess it's different. Like if you're actually installing them properly, they're not going to fall out.
No, they don't fall out. But like I've had, you know, times where I'm on like a stander.
Yeah.
And I'm ducking under a tree and the branch just flicks one out. But that's always like the exciting part. Like, hey, where's my earbud?
We should have an injury. Yeah. Oh, let's jump off and have a look. We should have an injuries episode. Like
We should. Actually, speaking about that, we are cruising in a minute. But speaking about that, we want to do an interactive episode next week.
Yeah.
We'll put a post on LMCA. I would love to say we're going to put one on the Skull Sessions Instagram, but no one really follows there much.
It's like the Instagram has a lot of followers, but we don't have a lot of content. I think we should try and link our personals up to it.
Nah, I don't know. Anyway, fucking. We're gonna do an interactive episode. We did one previously a few months ago, and it was an Ask Us Anything.
Yeah.
And literally, you can ask us anything.
Yeah.
And we'll answer as truthfully as we can.
Yeah.
So if there's... Last time we got a lot of personal questions, which is okay.
After my vasectomy, I might get a few more. How was your first comes? You're like, it was okay.
I was about to say, today's been loose. Like,
There's a bit of blood.
I come to blood. Oh, I can't believe I said that.
Did ya?
No,
Oh!
no, I didn't. I was saying that about you.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Depends how ferocious I am.
So we're going to do an interactive episode. Keep an eye on the socials for that. And we'll be reading directly from a thread. And it's always a fun episode.
Yeah, it is.
Getting everyone involved.
Yeah. Funny questions, please.
Not too funny. See, remember last time there was heaps of bullshit, and we just like you can't.
But they were the same bullshit question over and over again. It was like, how many poos do you take a day? Like, someday.
Try and keep the questions because remember everyone's got to listen to this.
Yeah.
So try and keep them. And look, we don't care if you want to try and get a little controversial.
Yeah.
So we're an open book.
Yeah. And stay tuned to all the socials for the new 21 inch. I'm really excited that Will's made that swing bat set for the 21. I've begged him already for one. He said hopefully he can swing one up to me at some stage. But yeah, it looks like it's a fucking performer. So yeah. We're getting some rain this week in Brizzy, so I'm going to try and put it on some sloshy, gushy lawns.
Until then, I'm at Catchbro. He's at TBL, and we're out of time. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
And girls.
Snippity snips.